What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to share the word with you guys. So the readings today will come out of Joshua chapter 1, verse 3. I promise you what I promised Moses. Wherever you set foot, you will be on land I have given you. And when you read Joshua, you immediately think of the word courage, because that's what God wanted Joshua to have throughout everything. So I wrote a couple notes, and really the main point I got is God is a God of next chapters. And a lot of people just graduated high school and are going into college. Like me, I just graduated high school and I'm going to college. I'm going into my next chapter of life. And I wrote like 2 key points that are really like substantial and we could use in our next chapter. So for my first point, when you have a new page in life, God does not stop writing. And like it goes to the part of Joshua chapter 1, verse 3, where he said, I promise you. And this is a promise that everybody has from God. It's that he is going to keep writing our story, no matter what. God moves when you move. You can't get anywhere if you are not working with him. And if you work with him, he will move in your life into your next chapter. This really goes into like the more distance you stay away from God and you don't listen to him when he tells you you need to fight this battle or you need to do this for him, then he won't move in your life and you'll stay at the same exact place you are and you'll be discouraged. Like in Joshua, if Joshua was to stay distant and not move forward to the promised land, then all of that will stay distant. That's like in our lives. If God tells us we need to move forward with something and we're not listening, then we can't move to that next step and we can't really gain what God promises us. The second point I'm making is courage is not the absence of fear. It's obedience in spite of it. In Joshua chapter 1, God, like it's riddled throughout the chapter. He says, be strong and courageous. And when you think about that, it's talking about the chapter like of courage. And like I was talking about the main point of courage. And like in the whole chapter, God knew what was going to happen to Joshua. And God knew he was going to have to cross the river. He knew he was going to have to break down the walls of Jericho. And he also promised that Joshua would be okay if he just listened to him. Joshua needed to face all the negatives in order to reap the rewards and like get God's promise. And like I said before, Joshua needed to face all these hardships and all these difficulties and challenges in order to reap the rewards of God's promise. And like many of us can use this in our life. And like we're going into a new chapter, like I said, of college. We're going to meet a lot of new friends, go through a lot of classes. We're all going to go through failures and struggles. But in the end, you need to always be okay, and you can't be scared of going through those. And when you're taking that next step, that can't be something that's scary to you. Like you need to have courage so you can succeed and reap the promise, like reap the rewards of the promise that God has for you. The last thing I need to leave you guys with today is only quitting disqualifies you. Fear doesn't. So if you're courageous, even though you're scared, you can't fail because you will go through that challenge and God will be there right with you.